Hi everybody, Billy here from Storm Trades with another trade review. Today we're going to run through a 6E, that's a Euro USD futures long trade that formed on Tuesday, July 22nd during the New York AM trading session. I am still forward testing 6E as a pair that I might add to my daily trading list. So far I trade CL gold and NQ. Anyway, so far so good, right, on my forward testing with 6E. Let's get right after it. All right, so starting on the daily chart here, all right, I have the last 4 daily candles. Looking for price action that jumps off the chart and is screaming one direction or the other. If it's not, or if I have conflicting information, then I'm just going to be neutral on the day. First things first, when I'm looking up the daily chart, okay, I want to make this as simple and repeatable of a process as possible, right? So I will always mark off the previous daily low, previous daily high, and mark out a in the previous daily candle. Now, I've been learning from T-Trades on this, and from how I understand it, if we are bullish, and we are bullish this day, then we would want to see price stay up into this upper quadrant. We want to see some sort of an hourly POI. If we're going to be bullish on a daily and we're bullish on the hourly, we'd want to see some sort of an hourly POI form in this part of the this upper quadrant of the previous daily candles range. Now, whenever I'm looking at the daily chart, right, I want to see, are we currently delivering from some sort of external or internal range liquidity? And I want to know that because if we're delivering from internal range liquidity, well, price is going to be seeking external range liquidity next, right? So first things first, I want to make note that we had a liquidity raid here, okay? And we did that inside of a daily fair value gap. So this is the bullish action that we want to see here. Now, do we currently hit a target, or do we still have something to reach for? Well, we actually have a swing high up here. So the swing high is our external range liquidity. The internal range liquidity was the bullish daily fair value gap that we have sprung right out of and are delivering from. And I'm bullish coming into this day, right? And I am bullish coming into this day, wanting to see the midpoint hold price. I want to see some sort of a formation up in this quadrant before we take the swing high. All right, now I'm going to pull up the hourly chart, right? And the hourly chart is always telling us a story as well. Let me just go ahead and, yeah, okay. So Tuesday last week, we made a smart money reversal and we started moving higher. We had a retracement here, right? Looks like into about it's like about midpoint of this range right here. Right, let's see where this ended up being. It's midpoint. Yep. So we had a retracement back into the midpoint here. And on Monday of this week, we had our change in the state of delivery as we closed through this series of down close candles. Right. So first things first, I want to make note of that. Right. So I'm always looking for the most recent change in the state of delivery. And I'm asking myself, does this make sense in light of what we're seeing on the daily chart? And it does. Now, I have a clear swing high and a swing low here prior to this change in the state of delivery. So I want to run a fib from this, just sort of see what's going on. Now, once we close above the -2 to -2.5, we expect price to go up and target the -4 to -4.5, okay? Now that actually lines up nicely with the swing high, the daily swing high. Now, as you guys have noticed a ton probably, if you watch this, I love to use the 1/3 ADR as a level for reversals, but also and mainly for draws on liquidity. And I want to use it as a way of understanding how much further the price could still be moving. So on the daily ADR here, we still have a lot of room before we get up to the 1/3, and that's also very close to the daily swing point. So that's sort of my target. And just as we look at the hourly chart, right? So things here, right? So we had a retracement. This isn't a reversal. It was a retracement. Went back to the midpoint of this price leg. Now we've displaced back through this change in the state of delivery. And when we do that, we're going to, if we're bullish, we're going to start wanting to see bullish PD arrays start to be supportive of price, right? So we had a hourly fair value gap here. We didn't even come down into the midpoint. Just mark this off as an order block. So down close candles are quickly bought up and closed above with up close candles in a bullish market. We had an hourly swing low this morning, okay, and we're always looking at when we're looking to see how we're currently going to trade in the morning. I want to know if are delivering from some sort of internal range or external range liquidity on the hourly, and do we tap into some sort of an hourly POI? Well, we did take this hourly swing low inside of an hourly fair value gap. Okay, so I am bullish here, and I've met the requirements I need to go down to the M5 time frame and start looking for setups. So let's go down to the M5, and I'm just going to move price back here, okay, because this is when we started looking at. All right, so we had the hourly swing low sweep right here, okay, and this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a liquidity sweep, all right, and then a move back up into the range with displacement, creating a change in state of delivery, and hopefully, and we'll see in this example, also some sort of a breaker, unicorn. All of the above are indications that we are, in fact, reversing and moving higher in this particular case. So, first, I just want to make note that not only did when we came down and swept the hourly swing low, we also took another important liquidity pool, which is the London low. Okay, so we took that London low, and at that point, I am starting to mark out my charts, looking for some sort of a model to get on sides with a bullish move. So I mark off the series of down close candles that took that liquidity, and I'm waiting for some sort of a move and close above that to indicate that we have in fact reversed. So I'm going to move price forward here, and in fact on the next candle we do have a nice displacement candle close above. At this point, I would set a market buy right here with a stop loss at the swing low, and I'll go ahead and just do a buy here. Okay, and I'll set the stop loss down here, take profit, and we'll do it at 2R, and that is also giving us room all the way to the 1/3 ADR. Okay, so I've thought, if I'm trading my personal account and not a funded account that has a trailing drawdown, I'd like to keep a runner on at least to the 1/3 ADR, if not all the way up here to the daily swing target. But anyway, I digress. So we got a entry here. I'm going to move price forward. Okay, a little drawdown. Now we have a strong move up here. Okay, and once we have confirmation, which we have at this very next candle, right? This confirmation is there's a fair value gap, and we are inside of a bullish breaker block. This is a unicorn. Okay, so I'm already in the trade here. This is a great place to pyramid in and reduce some risk, right? So the way that would work is I would now try and enter up here. I'd move the risk from the swing low down to the low of the breaker block, okay, and enter another contract right here, and then take the trade up to hopefully up to the 1/3 ADR. But at this point, I'm just going to keep it at 2R from the initial entry, just to sort of show you. All right, we get a little drawdown there, and boom, there we go. Now look at where price went to. All right up to our ultimate target, which was the daily swing high. Took the 1/3 ADR, so it's a great draw on liquidity. Two potential entries here, right? You could have got in the change in the state of delivery with a stop at the swing low, or we could have got in at the breaker, or we could have pyramided. We could have pyramided in. Okay, once you see the breaker form with the fair value gap on the middle, indicating a unicorn, it's a really powerful signature in price. And if we have a strong draw on liquidity like we did, to swing high in the 130 ADR. We could expect price to move higher, and it did. So anyway, if you guys got anything out of this, I'm really enjoying forward testing 6E. Let me know if anybody trades 6E, and if there's been any issues you've had in the past, seasonality or whatnot. You guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate everything. Bye-bye.